Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. You look at this Eagle defense. They were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
I just consider myself fortunate that I'm not in charge of the offensive line. They gave up 7 sacks last week. And if things don't improve in this game, the head coach isn't going to be looking at the offensive line. He's going to look at the offensive line coach. And that's when things get dicey.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 35.
What I continually hear from running backs and offensive linemen is how often they're actually getting together to watch film so they can get in sync with each other, understand blocking patterns better, how a running back likes to cut, what he wants to do. And, boy, it all came together on that one.
That's when they watch that and say, hey, we did everything we were supposed to do right there.
That looked like the play we drew up and designed. And then we got to see it unfold in real time.
Out left to Dotson. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical it would be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Boy, no problems getting down the field here on this opening drive. They've looked really sharp in the early going, and they've come up with some big plays already. Here's another that's going to set up first and goal.
Touchdown! A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Lions put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a very solid return out across the 45-yard line before going out of bounds.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
They go here with a former Lion. It's DeAndre Swift. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. But, Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And, look, they've got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you can understand you cannot win the Super Bowl in October.
You talk about this Lions defense. They played extremely well last week in that win over the Packers.
They forced 7 turnovers.
How many?
7. I mean, think about that
7.
number now. That's supposed to be a lucky number, right? Lucky for one side, unlucky for the other.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
My dad used to tell me all the time when you're getting ready to play a big-time game, especially when you have one going into a dome setting, better strap it up tight because that crowd can really affect things.
Especially on third downs like the one we just saw there with the incompletion. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Here's Hurts to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on fourth. On first down, Hurts. The try. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 25 yards that time.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2nd down and 4. On the option to give to Swift here. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. DeAndre Swift, his 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. A try here for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And I think the offense is going to keep possession. Yes, they are. But they're backed up now at their own 2-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Brought down that time by Nolan Smith.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
To throw from his end zone. Snow going underneath. Gibbs has it. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Now, this defense for the Eagles, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
First catch here by St. Brown. Good for a first down. The Lions sitting at a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. They come in playing pretty good football, winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Shifts by him at the 25. 43 yards rushing for him now to this point. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long.
There he goes, left side. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. An excellent pickup at 34 yards.
This is what made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays, and there's an example of that right there.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
60 Maverick. Mustang 19. Warrior 70. Rig alert. Rig alert. Ready.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Andrews. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
tight. 19 tight.
Back to throw. Snow. Throw left side complete. That's Gibbs. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. These two teams all tied after one. Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14.
Trap 60, trap 60.
Looking to throw. Snow. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back in the 32. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And his kick is absolutely perfect.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. Got an open man that time. They ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Throwing is Hurts. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 41, here's a 2nd down and 6.
63.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
And a throw right sideline is complete. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
They will run straight ahead with Swift.
They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory.
Hurts throw complete there to Smith.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and now it's 3rd and 3.
Simple drag route here, lined up left and trying to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
Hurts. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
63.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
DeAndre Swift.
He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Eagles' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas.
Yeah, a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
53 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Well, you know they had a 3rd down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection.
Let's go now.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Now they'll audible to something else. Second down, and they go back to Gibbs.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Third down and 1.
Ready, right?
Now a handoff running through the middle. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. The Lions need to move. They're hustling to the line now. On fourth down, they'll try and run for it. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. The Lions turned away on fourth down. And the Eagles defense able to hold. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
A handoff, Swift running to the left.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And they're going to speed things up here.
Once again, it's Swift.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
Well, hang on here, because DeAndre Swift injured on that last play and in need of a little assistance. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hip, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to load that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. This offense has converted twice already here in this first half on 4th down conversions. And here we go again. Looking to throw. That is caught. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. 1st down. He'll drop to throw. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins.
And the Eagles are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
2nd down. Here's Hurts.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Eagles would extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 21-10 game.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Here we go. Ready?
A final shot before break. Snow.
And this is into the hands of Andrews downfield. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive.
He's got a man, complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. A big play there for Philly. 43 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They're going to look to throw.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And the Lions are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Now they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them. Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Hurry, hurry!
Back to throw. Snow.
That pass caught. It's Williams.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
70 Rangers. Panther 11, Panther 11, Cub 19, Cub 19, hurt. Go.
Looking to throw. Snow.
That's to the sideline and incomplete. And the passing windows are just not there. And that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Snow, a short throw caught by Andrews. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
19 Tigers.
3rd and 7.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Gibbs. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 25-yard line. 12 yards on 3rd down as the drive rolls on.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs, 25 yards for the touchdown.
And the Lions have cut it back within a score. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. He'll look to throw. And he bats it away and it falls down incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return.
And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. Off the bootleg. Snow. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
So 2nd and 10 now here in the 3rd quarter from Detroit. And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. And the Eagles are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
So just 3 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Second and 7.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
That's out to the flat for Swift.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's an Eagles 1st down on a gain of 11.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
Flushed out right. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Swift going to try up the middle.
Fights him off. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
41 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Swift.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 10 more there and another 1st down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Here's Swift.
And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
On 2nd and goal, here's the option.
And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 19 on the year.
And the Eagles will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Operating from the gun, Snow. And that will be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Let's go now.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. Down the sideline he goes.
Touchdown, Detroit.
Jamison Williams, 70 yards. And the Lions have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. When you're trailing in the 4th quarter, you got to take some chances you might not normally take, and here, that one pays off big time.
And you have to think to yourself, not only did that pay off big time for them, but what was going on the opposite side of the ball? They know that they have to take a chance here. They know they have to come up with something big, yet it still happens. So credit the execution, but wonder what the defense was doing.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he goes out of bounds just shut. 5.
A good pickup there of 22.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
They'll run right here with Swift. He'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
They go play action with Hurts.
He's got a man. That's caught left sideline. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 29-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line.
Here's a handoff to Swift.
Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. First target, first catch, and a first down. Well, clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit him over the top.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Here's Hurts to throw.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Quez Watkins.
An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Eagles are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, you know, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
Escaping the pressure right. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. And quickly, they get to the line.
19 Lions, 65 catch, 65 catch.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Snow got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Off play action. Snow. Flush to his right. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time. They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
He'll go right back to St. Brown.
And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line.
How about this? They'll change it at the line.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick, Mustang 19.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete. And the Lions are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And with the scoreboard against them here in the 4th quarter, this was definitely 4-down territory. Really nice job there finding a way to get open, and a really nice throw. That sets them up with 1st and goal.
Here now, 2nd and goal.
A 6-yard pickup. Brings up 7.
They'll look to throw again. Dance, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Lions have got it back to within a score.
Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So they got their touchdown, now down a field goal. Here comes the onside kick. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So they got their touchdown, now down a field goal. Here comes the onside kick. And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. The 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
2nd down at 6 now from the 42.
Hey, 73.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
On the handoff, this is Swift. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
Now a carry for Swift.
And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A dime look defensively for the Lions on 3rd.
And that should do it. He's got a 1st down. And the Eagles, they can run it out from here.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away.
Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run.
And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, That looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1.
Swift is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3.
And this is where the mental part of the game comes into play. Defense is out of timeouts. Just hold on to the football. No sense really trying to score. They should be able to run this one out.
They'll run with Swift.
And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game.
What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away